His free kick. Partey away on the out as far as Fabian Ruiz. Oh, he smashed that one home. Here's Doué. Back to Hakimi. There will be a VAR check. He's given a penalty. Vitinha up against David Raya. Stutter, and Raya saves. Not for the first time this season. Partey misses it, and it's Hakimi. PSG do get their second on the night. Oh, the whistle has not been blown as Trossard bursts forward. Saka's there, should surely score. Arsenal have one back. Is there hope yet in Paris? Calafiori in towards Saka. A huge chance goes begging. PSG book their ticket to Munich, where they'll face Inter. Full time here at the Parc des Princes. Here's PSG 2, Arsenal 1.
No longer news now. We know the finalists for this season's UEFA Champions League. It is Arsenal taking. Sorry. Okay, good morning. I need to just retract that. Okay. So it is going to be PSG versus Inter Milan. Inzaghi versus Henrique. The battle is going down in Germany, and a lot of people pressing a button that's okay. The last time they played the final in Germany was a new side that won the UEFA Champions League. But I don't care about history. I don't care about goals. It is more of the actions that we saw and how these teams performed. Well, good morning, PSG fans. Good morning, Inter Milan fans. Arsenal fans, you can go and get your good morning from wherever you want to get it from. Adedamola Lafenwa is not here this morning. I knew. I had a plan. I knew Arsenal was not going to win that game. And he knew Arsenal wasn't going to win that game as well. The reason he's not here this morning. I don't care if you give me more shifts, but I know my department. Favor, good morning to you. How you doing?
Good morning. Do you know what makes it more interesting?
Okay.
Yesterday was Tiami's birthday.
What a poor birthday gift. What a poor birthday gift.
What a poor way to end his birthday.
Come on. Come on. And you know the funny thing as well, Luis Enrique's birthday happens to be today. So that was, he was still running the interview at a crossover to his birthday. And he said something that, okay, even if PSG loses that game, he will still celebrate. So it's like a double celebration for Luis Enrique, a man who has been at the UEFA Champions League final.
But then I wasn't surprised. I knew it was going to happen. I've been keeping a picture for Gunners since the time they qualified before the semi-final.
Okay.
When they qualified to play against Real Madrid. So I can now post that picture for them this morning.
All right. So for Arsenal fans, yes, you go again.
Next year. It's always like that.
So Arsenal fans have resubscribed. But it is, we should just pick positives in everything. Yeah. Arsenal just needs to, they need to work on their goal scorers. They need to work in solidifying the team, because if Arsenal had gotten to that final, if Arsenal had qualified to that final, any team that faces Arsenal in the final should just go and relax. So it's not going to be an home and away. It's going to be just one leg, and PSG showed that in the semi-final. But hey guys, let us look at another drama that happened, not in the UEFA Champions League, because we're going to talk more about football in the other side of the show. It was a drubbing in the NBA in the wee hours of today. I know Kes shaking his head, looking at OKC Thunder's drubbing of Denver Nuggets in the NBA. That's the game 2. What a way to respond by OKC Thunders. Let's take it back to that game, and when we come back, bad news for Golden State Warriors coming on the show.
But you like his aggressiveness if you're Denver. Holmgren, lob it up, slam it down, Hartenstein. Step in, steal by Dort. Dort's going to try to do it himself. He missed it. Kept alive by Brown. Gilgeous-Alexander cleans it up on the inside. Wasn't there when they needed it against this Denver squad.
And I like what he said in terms of there's pathways to improve from game 1. And certainly Aaron Gordon with the corner 3 continuing
Gachar and a handoff for Tyson. 5:25 mark of the fourth. Steele, Mitchell, upstairs. Extended for OKC.
I mean, everybody just competing, playing hard up, big. I'd like to see this OKC team practice. I mean, just go at it as Strawther knocks down a three-pointer. When they didn't necessarily, they may be a 500 team, and as Joe just stays hot from three.
59% shooting for the Oklahoma City Thunder, 37% for Denver. That's going to add to the percentage for OKC. The layup from the rookie out of Weber State, Dylan Jones. And now OKC can just dribble out the clock. This was an old-fashioned playoff blowout. Oklahoma City responds in a big way.
You heard that old-fashioned blowout. And what a way for Oklahoma City Thunders to respond. And it is 1-1 in that series. Well, Boston Celtics lost 90-91 points against New York Knicks. And, well, it's looking more beautiful for New York Knicks in this one. But, hey, now let's look at what we're going down tomorrow. In the playoffs, Golden State Warriors will be up against Minnesota Timberwolves by 1:30 a.m. And updates we are getting is that Golden State Warriors star Steph Curry will miss at least 1 week after he was diagnosed with a grade 1 left hamstring strain he suffered in Game 1 after the team's Western Conference semifinal against the Minnesota Timberwolves on Tuesday. Curry underwent an MRI on Wednesday, and he will be reevaluated in 1 week. While the team did not give an exact timeline for his return, it will be based on how he responds to rehab for the first muscle strain injury of his career. I mean, look at this. I said it, was it yesterday? You don't depend on one player. You don't depend on one player so that you don't overwork, or should that player get injured, that means there's going to be a big headache for your team. That's the situation for Golden State Warriors right there. Not a good news. But now let's talk tennis this morning and looking at games going down today, same as some results of games that went down yesterday for Emma Raducanu. And Cameron Norrie, they won the first round matches at the Italian Open as Katia Butler failed to progress in Rome. Remember, some players will also be trying to experience how the election at the Vatican will surely look like in announcing who will be the next Pope after Pope Francis died. Well, let's look at games going down for the ATP of the ATP 1000 of the Internazionale BL d'Italia in Rome. Well, games are starting 10 a.m. where Nicola Moreno battles Alexander Vukic, and Hugo Gostin against Nicolas Jarry, Jasper de Jong against Alexander Shevchenko, Matteo Nardi battles Roberto Bautista Agut, Juan Fonseca will be up against Fabian Marizan by 11:30. Federico Sina battles Miriano Navone as we have Matteo Gingante against Arthur Regionek. More games to go down today. 1 p.m. Flavio Coboli battles Luca Nardi as we have Gabriela Diallo against Marco Giron. Last set of games going down today, 5:30 to 6 p.m. games. Pedro Martinez will take on Matthew Bellucci by 5:30 and 6 p.m. There's a battle between Jacob Frenol, Frenley, and Fabio Fognini. That's for the ATP 1000. For the WTA 1000, we have Jacqueline Christian against Julian Putintseva by 10 o'clock this morning. Naomi Osaka will be in action against Paulo Patosa, and Ons Jabeur will be up against Petra Kvitova. All these games going down by 10 o'clock this morning. Jelena Ostapenko will take on Rebecca Stramkova, and 30 minutes later, that will be by 11:30. And another set of games going down. Well, for 12 o'clock, Igor Swiatek will be in action against Elizabeth Chiaretto. And Haile Baptiste will take on Ludmila Samsonova by 1 p.m. Madison Keys will be in action by 4 p.m. against Varvara Grakeva. And by 7:30, Lucia Brinzetti battles Karolina Munkova. Now, away from that this morning, let's talk about the NPFL, talking football. Let's say good news for Shooting Stars coming back to winning ways after poor results coming for the Ibadan Landlords. It was a Southwest derby yesterday, same as some other games that also went down. Let's take you straight down there, and we'll look at more football stories. We're live on Facebook, live on YouTube. Solutions 93.9 FM. We are also sounding on your radio set. It is 93.9 FM. Check the dial. Tune 939 FM.
News, sports, entertainment. Top 100 music on your Remedy radio dial. Solutions 93.9.
Do not touch that dial.
So games were decided in the NPFL yesterday in the match day 36, as we have different results that came out from different sides. For Shooting Star Sports Club of Ibadan, maybe something that really showed that, but they are not really going down that drain. Had to bounce back from poor results of back-to-back losses to getting a 1-0 victory over Sunshine Stars of Akure to return to the 7th spot with 51 points from 36 matches. And that victory happens to be the 14th win for the Battle Landlords in the 36 matches this season. But looking at other results of games decided at the match day 36, yesterday, Ikorodu City defeated 10-man Bayelsa United 3-2. Bendel Insurance edged Aqua United 1-0 as Eyimba recorded a 2-0 victory over Kwara United. Heartland FC of Owerri defeated Plateau United 2-0. Katsina United defeated Kano Pillars 1-0. Abia Warriors, Niger Tornadoes played a 1-0 draw. Rivers United edged the Flying Antelopes. That's Rangers International 1-0. As OKUNUBI Warriors had to, come up with guard of honor, but still defeated Remo Stars 2-0. And the Nasarawa United went on the road, defeated relegated Lobby Stars 2-1. And look at Lobby Stars. The last 4 matches have ended in losses. 2-0 loss to Kano Pillars, 4-2 loss to Rangers International, 4-0 loss against Kwara United, and 1-2 loss to Nasarawa United. So for Sunshine Stars of Akure, well, they can still escape relegation because, look at the points. 41 points for Sunshine Stars, plays 19th. Aqua United is with 41 points, 18th. Niger Tornadoes with 45 points. And, 38 matches. Remember, 2 matches to go. 36 matches have already been played. Anything can happen. For Sunshine Aqua United in escaping relegation. Niger Tornadoes is not safe. Heartland FC is not safe. That is what it looks like in the NPFL so far. Well, remember, decisions already taken. Talking about the champions of the NPFL, Remo Stars. Rivers United has got 61 points. Abia Warriors has got 57 points. Placed second and third. Ikorodu City placed fourth. It is more of who's going to the continent. Eyimba with 55 points, placed fifth on the NPFL log. Not really. A lot of people were expecting Nigeria Flying Eagles to record a win against Kenya last night in the AFCON Under-20 tournament ongoing in Egypt, but the game ended 2-2 for the Nigeria's Under-20 national team. And looking at how the tournament has fared so far, and looking at how teams have also fared, Nigeria finished second in that group with 5 points, unbeaten, behind Morocco, who's got 7 points, winning 2, drawing 1. And, we'll wait to see what happens. But games are going down today. Let's go on a break, and when we come back, we talk more. Still Kickoff Sports Show.
True strength. What defines it? The brilliance of a player, or when a team comes together to win. A solo beat, or the rhythm of many. The flair of one dancer, or the art of a troupe. One distinct voice, or the beauty of the symphony. At At FCMB Group, we build ecosystems, empower communities, and create the future. Because we believe it's not just one, but the power of the group that delivers the future we all desire. FCMB, the power of the group.
Abeg, why all this commotion for Mommy OLADAPO's shop?
It's Rocky by Chin Chin, no. Everybody's saying a better snack all day long.
Now, wow. This Rocky by Chin Chin, they're good for money snack. What are you eating that got you so excited like this?
Mr. Tunde, na Rocky by Chin Chin, no.
Rocky by Chin Chin?
Yes, Oga. It's very delicious and nourishing.
Are you serious?
You don't believe me? Go ahead, have a taste.
Wow, no wonder everyone is crazy about it. Mary, help me and go get some Rocky by Chin Chin so I can use it for breakfast.
Okay, sir. Rocky by Chin Chin. Very delicious. Yummy. Rocky.
Rocky by Chin Chin. Unleash the unstoppable snack adventure. Produced by Sumal Foods.
Your comfort is important. If you're looking for quality, classy, comfortable, and imported furniture, Johnson A. Nigeria Enterprise is a place for you. At Johnson A. Nigeria Enterprise, we've got a wide range of top-notch imported furniture for you at affordable prices. Name it: sofas, royal marble dining set, executive furnitures of all kinds, banquet furniture, bed and dressing mirror, kitchen cabinet, and lots more. Our intention is to make you feel comfortable always by providing quality furniture, whether at home, office, hotel, lounge and bar, and so on. Hurry now. Contact us today at Johnson A. Nigeria Enterprise, shop number AA 80-20, Railway Shopping Complex, Aleshiloye Market, and shop 8A-11, Railway Shopping Line, by Alalubosa Junction, Iyaganku Railway Crossing, Ibadan. Call 0802-303-0550 or 0706-225-2649. Johnson A. Nigeria Enterprise, home of quality furniture made for you.
Law and order are essential goals of good governance in a civilized society. It is illegal and immoral to take the law into our own hands. Why take a life we cannot create? Violence, jungle justice, and mob actions are not solutions. We must stop now. Nothing justifies taking the law into our own hands. We must follow due process, report, hand over suspects to law enforcement agencies. They are established to enforce the law and ensure offenders are held accountable. Our justice system is active and working. The government remains committed in tracking down offenders and ensuring justice is served. Mob violence is never the solution. Stay alert, speak up, uphold the law. We are civilized people in Nigeria. Together, let's stand for peace, for the law and order, and for justice. Say no to mob action and jungle justice.
This message is brought to you by the National Orientation Agency, NOA.
You fit fly.
Bá òkú ẹ̀kọ́ òpin rírí ìrìn àjò ń bẹ lára ẹ̀kọ́. Ẹ wá gbọ́ o, láti rìnrìn àjò lọ oríṣiríṣi orílẹ̀-èdè káàkiri àgbáyé pẹ̀lú ìrọ̀rùn àti ìfọ̀kànbalẹ̀. Ẹni mọ̀nà là á tẹ̀lé. You Fit Fly ló kájú ẹ̀. Remove the limitations on your dream of traveling the world and get premium and affordable services such as flight and hotel reservations, ticketing, visa processing, travel insurance, holy pilgrimage, e-visa processing for countries like Dubai, Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda, Egypt. Also, airport transfer, special vacation, tour packages, IELTS, and many more travel services. You Fit Fly ti ní ìrírí ọdúnmọ́dún pẹ̀lú ẹ̀rí máa jẹ́ mi nìṣó. We've secured partnerships and valuable relationships across the globe to make your traveling experience truly remarkable. For more inquiries, visit us at Success House, 7 Up Road, Oluyole Main Estate, Ring Road, Ibadan. Call 0901 111 1190. Visit www.youfitfly.com. You Fit Fly without limitations.
Still Kick Off Sports Show live on Solutions 93.9 FM here in the city of Ibadan. My name is OLADAPO OKUNUBI and we are still alive. Adebocha Yusuf is saying, good morning. Atubela Oluwashem is saying, it is no longer news that Arsenal is not a club to rely on. Inter all the way. What do you expect from a Chelsea fan? Atubela is a Chelsea fan, so let's see how far your team can go as well. And well, to all Arsenal fans out there, yeah, don't worry. Next season, You get better. But now let's move on. This morning, talking about football games going on the continent of Africa for under 20 AFCON. Well, the Group B, the last round of matches will be going down today. Central African Republic will take on Ghana by 4 p.m. Same as Senegal battling DR Congo. All games will be played simultaneously in that group. Now, looking at that group, see DR Congo tops the group with 4 points based on goal difference. Ghana tied with Ghana, who's got 4 points as well. But remember, the two teams started, all matches in that group started with a draw. However, DR Congo went on in that game, in that group to win 3-1 in the second game against Central African Republic, while Ghana defeated Senegal 1-0. Well, Senegal is third with a point. Central African Republic is fourth with a point. Anything can still happen in this last set of games. That's the situation right there. Now, moving away from Africa, let's talk updates about the war. Mexico City's government confirming that the famous Azteca Stadium, soon to be renamed Estadio Ciudad de Mexico, will reopen in March next year ahead of the 2026 World Cup. That is coming from the Mayor Clara Brugada. Now, let's talk about the UEFA Champions League, where Mikel Arteta said the best team lost after the team got defeated again by PSG at the second leg of the semi-final of the UEFA Champions League. Remember, PSG won 1-0 at the Emirates, but 1-2-1 at the Parc des Princes. Here is Mikel Arteta, who's having his last speech in the UEFA Champions League this season.
Well, first of all, congratulate PSG. They are in the final. It's not about merits. It's actually about what the scoreline shows. This game is about, and this competition about the boxes, and in both games, their man of the match was the same player, their goalkeeper.
Today was Ashraf Hakimi.
Yeah. I think it was clear who won the game today for them. And I just spoke to them, and they had the same view on it. So, very disappointed to not to be in the final, but we have to accept that the performance is not enough. At the end, you have to have the capacity to win the game in the box. Yeah. That's all in the past now.
All in the past, but talking about a man who's looking into the future, that is Luis Enrique, who has his team qualified to the UEFA Champions League final and will be facing Inter Milan. Well, today's his birthday. We say happy birthday to Luis Enrique. And let's get his reaction after his team defeated Arsenal, beating English Premier League sides in this UEFA Champions League. Not only Arsenal, remember what happened against Aston Villa as well.
It means a lot. Everybody is dreaming with getting a Champions League final, and our first goal when we arrived to Paris was to making history, and we are in the right path. Yeah, it's going to be tough, but I think they have the same feeling. I think it's going to be an interesting final, very difficult for both teams, but yeah, that's a moment, a special moment for all of us, for them also. And I think they are getting the second final in the last 3 years, which means that they are a great team. But we have time to analyze Inter in deep. Now it's time to celebrate, to try to enjoy, and to have some rest. The League of Farmers, no? We are the League of Farmers, but sometimes, yeah, it's nice. It's nice. I think now we are enjoying not only the results, but also the compliments of everybody speaking about our team. We are a young team, but the mentality and the character, and also the play of how we play football, I think it's nice and it's awesome. I have to congratulate my players because they are great.
Well, the UEFA Champions League second semi-final between Arsenal and PSG in that one. Shout out to Luis Enrique. Let us see how that tactic can also work against Inter Milan. Well, shout out to Inter Milan as well. The way Inter Milan also, played against the Barcelona, you could see that maybe the two teams deserve to be in final. Maybe Barcelona should have been in the final, but hey, you have to go on the pitch to get the results. That is how you play your game in football. Remember, you don't have to also rule out luck, but you have to just give in your best. But now let's talk about the Europa League return leg semi-final also going down tonight. Well, for Bodo Glimt, we'll be hosting Tottenham Hotspur, and Manchester United will take on Athletic Bilbao. Remember, Manchester United won the first leg 3-0 against their Spanish opponent. And for Ruben Amorim believes it is not over yet.
That is clear, because also if you look at our season, anything is possible. So we have to understand that one goal can change everything, the momentum of the game. One sent off, you saw it 1 week ago. So we are prepared to fight to win the game, not to thinking about the result. Of course, that matters in the way we are going to do things, especially when we start the game. But of course, we are thinking about winning the game.
It's been very crazy tonight. Should Manchester United lose against Bilbao in the Europa League return leg semi-final at the Old Trafford? I mean, lose and fail to qualify. I mean, leading 3-0, it looks like a dead rubber game. But hey, remember, in football, anything can happen. And for Bono Glimt against the Tottenham Hotspur, remember, the first leg of this game ended 3-1 in favor of Tottenham. So a lot of people already saying that maybe we're seeing an all-English final in the Europa League final, maybe between Tottenham and Manchester United. But let's just wait for drama. I love drama. I love crisis in result of football. Let us see how Bodo Glimt can come up, score 3 goals, and Tottenham Hotspur failed to score 1. That means Bodo Glimt will move to the next round. That's the final. All right, this will be the convenient point to say goodbyes on the show. Favor Lawrence is coming to this side. Looking at headlines on the pages of Nigerian newspapers. Drama in Labour Party. Suspension of Governor Oti Ireti Kingibe. Are we seeing these guys move to PDP or APC? Are we seeing more cross-carpeting happening from Labour Party? Favor, how you doing? Good morning once again.
Good morning to you.
People saying that it's like things will walk in the way of APC better.
It's looking as though
in 2027.
Before this actually happened, it's been working in favor of APC, because as at last week we had senators that actually swapped to APC.
Yeah.
I also read about Umo Eno last week saying he was thinking of going to APC. And as at yesterday, the former president of Nigeria, that's Goodluck Jonathan, talking about the fact that this defection is going to cause a state of anarchy in Nigeria,
making a one-party country.
One party is going to one party.
Yeah, it's going to be a one-party system.
I saw also on the newspaper about 21 out of 24 senators has gone to APC. And
in Edo State, even now they have more APC members in the State House of Assembly.
Everything now is heading towards the APC. Then the question that now came to my head is: Goodluck Jonathan actually really, true with this statement? Is this going to really happen?
I mean, it was warning.
It's a warning, but it's looking as though this is going to be what will happen later on. There was a time I was against multi-party system in Nigeria because it seems as though it wasn't, going to head anywhere. Now it's tilting towards just one party. What is going on with all of our political parties? I mean, I don't know. People would say, well, because it's the other party is this and this and that, they are working for separate causes. But now, is it not clear that we're just working towards one cause? What I think Nigeria should be after now shouldn't be the political scene. It should be how Nigeria can be better. Look at what happened with JAMB. The students complaining. We had, I would say it's 98% failure, because how will 1.5 million
71% below 200?
Can you get
for
that?
The data?
And nobody is talking about that.
About the state of education in Nigeria.
The only thing that will always be on the newspaper is about politics.
With what you just mentioned about the state of education in Nigeria, and even Alausa, who's the Minister of Education, saying that NECO, WAEC will go the way of CBT that will stop corruption in education. I think that should also be focused on as well. And we look at those who also sat for JAM. Are those people even ready? Because I took someone to sit for this just concluded JAM, and the exam was meant to start 6:30. It didn't start until around 7:30. I think around 8 o'clock. Some even got there late.
An examination is. Why would you state an examination for 6:30 in the first place? You know that you're not going to start at that. You know what happened with those kids that got lost on their way to go and write the JAM?
Because they did not really. I don't see that as an excuse. You knew you've already gotten the update about your venue. You should have gone 24 hours or 48 hours to go and know where the center is.
It's not about the center. I was having a conversation with someone saying that at that point, there is a state of unrest. Having an examination that early might actually disrupt, the way you're thinking.
Favor,
yes?
I'm not trying to play devil's advocate here, but the time for your show is here. I think we can have this conversation behind the mic. There are hotels around these centers that you could have lodged.
How many people can afford it?
That is another thing, but at least there are areas that are closer that you might have known someone closer. Even okay, so I think I need to take a rest now.
How many people know someone closer? How many people have someone closer? There are some real big questions that need to be asked.
Yeah.
That kind of exam could have been stated around 9 o'clock so that everybody can find out. I understand the Nigerian type of mentality, Nigerian timing mentality. But 6:30 is just too early. I also wrote my exam that early, but it should have changed by now.
Boy Spice dreams. A Nigerian dream can come to reality where we have everything better, right?
It's true.
My name is OLADAPO OKUNUBI. Coming up next is From the Dailies with Favor Lawrentola. Good morning.
Dreams are different lives. Oh, I used to be good guy. You're my line, where do I go miss sometime? Boy, you deserve a better life.